is Riders of the Lost Zord, episode 20-ish? I don't know.
Oh no, we're way past that.
Yeah. Gaoranger versus Clip Show Monster, Hashin,
I'm not Amish.
Zandy.
Juzo Decker.
and Frozen Traveler. Yeah, today's topic is on Gaoranger vs Super Sentai, since we did Bokenger vs Super Sentai last time, and I brought up, well, at least it's better than Gaoranger versus Super Sentai. Now we get to bring to light why I do like the Bokenger one better. And I pretty much said it in the title. This is pretty much a clip show.
It is most definitely a clip show. It is a glorified clip show with some cool action scenes from a lot of the past Super Sentai. And whoever's typing, their keyboard's really loud.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that loud. Oh, it's just quiet.
We can actually hear the table tapping.
My
on the
bad.
side.
I thought it was quiet. It's supposed to be a silent. Well, I'll fix it in post.
What is post?
But who was phone?
But who was phone?
Anyway, yeah, there was some actually nice fighting scenes, especially in the beginning. But then all of a sudden, a random monster, yeah.
A blue hentai monster.
Yeah, this monster with furry tentacles goes and wraps up some of the rangers, puts them through despair, takes away their warrior spirits, as he calls it. I'm assuming it's a he.
Warriors. I don't know. I never could tell.
I was saying, well, here's the thing about that. The guy, it's a male voice actor, but they keep on saying it's the princess of, what was it, Spare? Something like that?
What is this, a Danganronpa villain?
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I thought they called him the King of Despair, or something like that.
I saw it was like our fallen.
Yeah.
I didn't really see a gender title, but this age giving me trouble.
Yeah, I just kind of went with
I actually got Mom to watch it with. Kind of enjoyed it.
I enjoyed this better than the thing I've watched both.
Yeah.
Someday we'll have to finish.
Yeah, someday, but not now. Let me see here. I believe... Come on, where is the name at? Yeah, Lost Highness, Raku Shaha.
Blah, 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 blah.
Many Oz.
Highness, so that's,
Gender neutral at some point. It could be either way. Our little agender monster.
Yeah, and after that, it just captures Red, lets the other four go, and
then we get clip shows, guest appearances by a few of the older men, including Goshi from Gingaman, because sex.
I'm getting Goki.
Yeah, Ghosh was from Gaoranger. He was Mammoth Ranger.
Yeah. The Rangers that show up in this are Yusuke Amayaya, the Red Falcon. I am sorry if I'm screwing up these names. I am not Japanese fluent, into sometimes I just get it right. Miku Imamura, Mega Pink, Goki Ginga Blue, and Diamond Tatsumi, Go Yellow, also known as the Milkman.
That was kind of out of left field. I've not watched Go-Go 5. I just thought, hell, was going.
All I have actually watched was in the subs was Gosh.
Yeah, that's probably... It probably says it somewhere in the wiki here. Look that up. Distract them!
Banana.
Yeah, it pretty much says throughout here it's Goki. Yeah.
What? You cut off.
Yeah, it's mostly all Goki here throughout the wiki.
Yeah, the one thing I was like, why is the Red Falcon or Red Eagle training with the Yellow Ranger?
Because they're both birds and they both have swords as their main weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, plus Gal Red was kind of tanking through everything, just saying, fuck it, I'm not going to go with my own.
Which he kind of didn't. He pretty much used what tactics that his friends used to defeat the previous Zord.
I mean, he kind of went through what they were going through. He just did it in his head, almost by...
Yeah, I believe beat them even though he wasn't really there to see what happened.
Also, fun fact, this is the last time we actually...
What?
This is the last time we actually see Ginga Blue transform...
Oh, right, yeah. It's like the last time you get to see some of these actors reprise their roles as their ranger parts.
Well, yeah, interesting to see them, especially because we do see Big One's actor again later down the line in
so
Gokaiger.
Kichi motherfucking Banba, the slyest motherfucker ever. Yeah,
I will say he was.
If that ever
badass.
gets
yeah,
he doesn't come. He basically is like the first extra hero that we ever get inside of a Sentai.
Yeah, and that was what 20 years before Gaoranger.
It would be, wouldn't it be...
It's either Gaoranger or some other one.
X1 Mask is in one episode. He's like a prototype.
Yeah.
Gaoranger said the first official. So it's kind of like however you really want.
Right, yeah. And of course, as the veteran Rangers are teaching the new guys at the time, it's not exactly telling them. It was more of a show, don't tell kind of scenario. They were showing,
Yeah.
like with the thing with Mega Pink, saying like, oh yeah, all the pinks used to wear disguises, and then it's showing through all the pinks, white, mostly the girls being in
All the
disguises.
female, yeah, they're just,
And also,
which it's cool, but
yeah, I mean, it's nice that we get.
I mean, if I wanted to watch the Sky stuff, we could have just, watched Gaoranger.
Yeah, and I didn't really know until this movie, but Momo Ranger from Gaoranger kind of had I'm not exactly sure about this, a cutie honey kind of vibe with her.
Woody.
I believe that back then Momo Ranger was kind of a master of disguise, girl-wise at least.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I believe that is the case.
yeah.
And thankfully we'll be getting the Blu-ray soon, so we'll be able to actually find out more.
That was something I wanted to bring up. I wish there was a Blu-ray of it, so it would, at least like the Gaoranger footage, would be 1080. I know obviously they couldn't upscale like 9 of that extra footage, but it would be nice to see the Gal footage.
Oh yeah, that would be really.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. Well, hopefully slowly but surely we'll get them all, because I believe what's next? Gaoranger's coming out next from Shout Factory.
Yeah, I believe it's a car range.
Chari?
Yeah,
I really want to get Gaoranger on Gaoranger.
Yeah, from what I heard, it's very fun, and also the cat bus that showed up before My Neighbor Totoro, I believe.
Nekomaru!
And of course, you can also cook in it. It acts as a food truck too. Yeah, getting some money on the side
of it. That's actually what they did.
Yeah,
that was their side job, selling.
Yeah, and of course, as it goes on, each veteran ranger is telling them how special their role is in the team. Like how Yellow was the strongest of them all. In this case, it was Blue. Black was learning how to be an unmovable force,
much like the tough forum, like Ranger and others. Also, we also got some really nice. I believe it was Nobori-san, one of the veteran suit actors, reprising his role as well for Red Falcon, Live Man. Not entirely sure.
I believe so,
because his sword work is pretty noticeable, and he's done a lot of the reds and stuff, and so always nice. Also, when you first see Red Falcon, he's at the gravesite,
Yeah.
Which, if you know anything about Live Man, that's pretty special.
I didn't know they died.
No, I did.
It wasn't just them. It was also because what happened in the beginning was their friends got caught up in some mystical shit experiment stuff, and that's why in the Gaoranger thing, it's like, friends, why did you do that?
Well, I know, like, the gist of the show, I didn't know they died after. Like, I know there was, like, 2 or 3 of their friends that went bad, and weird hijinks, and I haven't watched it. I don't know what that is.
It's fully subbed. I mean, we could take a crack at that next.
I didn't know we got fully. I've seen on, I think it's like Kiss Asian, maybe TV Nihon, like episodes 1 through 10. So I didn't know the whole thing.
Well, I'm still trying to work through the Kamen Rider stuff that just got subbed.
The original, the Ichigo Nigo stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got to take care of that myself.
Yeah, after the, I guess you could call it training montage of some sort, the gang gets back together.
And then we get to see all the veteran people transform.
They get to transform, and then I think they get to fight a little bit too.
They did, and they each exploded a monster.
Yeah,
quickly, I might add.
Yeah, it's your common rule of too many ninjas. One ninja is hard to get rid of. 10 of them is easy.
I think we talked about this in our Lost episode.
Superhero Taizen.
Yeah,
we could redo it someday.
Do it right.
Well, because there's the new show Superhero Taizen, so we'd have a whole month with it.
Word for that. All the previous Red Rangers show up and more clips.
Yay! And it's also stock footage mixed with new footage, because that's not noticeable whatsoever.
Yeah. They have the music from the original footage get overlapped by the music in the movie, and that's just jarring as all hell.
Yeah, I mean, it was also, they probably still didn't have the biggest budget like they did with Gaoranger stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that their budget's smaller, and I just, the effects weren't good, but I liked the way they looked, just because they looked a little, like the CG 90s, and like the gal
all the
symbol
90s
stuff.
to the early 2000s stuff does still hold up a lot. Especially, might I add, Storm's equivalent Hurricaneger, which is really, really good.
Yeah, because I believe Gaoranger is the first one to use CGI footage for their Megazord stuff.
Let's see, was it I think it was Time Ranger.
Yeah, it's either Time Ranger, Go-Go 5, or Gaoranger.
Well, because I remember Time Ranger in their first fight, they have
Oh yeah, the
Time Robo jumping out of the sky, jumping on the sky and stuff.
I was actually gonna say when they're doing that Matrix thing, shooting bullets at each other.
I'm looking
midair.
it up at
Because that-
It's something like jetting where you don't really remember that but it does.
Yeah, that was back when they were just trying to treat Super Sentai footage as superhero.
But I mean, they are superheroes, but they just do it in their own way, and that's
Yeah.
the charm.
Most of these heroes don't fly. Most of these heroes don't have super strength. Well, they do 2, maybe 5 times your normal man person.
And what's awesome.
Super speed.
Yeah, especially with the likes of Car Ranger, Turbo Ranger, and go on.
I was also going to say Go Buster. Buster Red with super speed. Actually, he was fast enough to keep up with Kabuto.
Well, that was Decade Kabuto. You don't know exactly how fast.
I'd say Decade's able to make a few second perfect replica.
Well, just to answer our question from 5 minutes ago, Time Ranger was the first Sentai GI, but it's more extensively in Gaoranger.
So we're both right?
Basically.
Okay.
Yay.
But, yeah, after all the Reds show up, they're like, hey, Go Red, you can do it! And throw him a football from the kick.
I mean, pretty much the whole training montage, I have to say about that, they could have condensed it a lot better than what it was. And it all boiled down to the old meme, get good.
Well, it's also, it's not just the fact that it was a clip show. It's also, the 25th anniversary.
Which I get that. I'm not against them, using the clips and stuff. It just felt really, cumbersome. It just flow as well as it could.
I do feel like Turbo Ranger did it a little better.
With their episode 0?
Yeah.
Who?
The Turbo Ranger, basically their first episode had them transforming and meeting a bunch of the older teams aside from Go Ranger and Jacka because they were not considered part of the franchise until this actual special.
No, O-Ranger. It was O-Ranger, Car Ranger, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, it's been a while.
I just don't think they got merged into any kind of special thing until this, though. Because O-Ranger / Car Ranger, they didn't do any special anniversary besides just making an anniversary season.
I believe so.
Did they do some kind of thing? Because I know they made their verse, obviously they, made a special for the anniversary, but I don't remember them doing any kind of retrospective or anything.
I don't know. But
one thing I will say is that it was really weird that they would just cut into, all right, the villains are finally caught up with us. Now we're going to battle them for a little bit, then run away. That was just a little weird between the training montage.
But at least you get to see women in swimsuits. That's a plus.
Actually, when I saw that, I was like, wow, you wouldn't really see that in Power Rangers.
You wouldn't see. Yeah, you would. Well, you would see them in a sports bra kind of thing. Not a bikini,
but
not bikinis.
Not like a skin bikini type.
Yeah.
Oh, you get to see a lot more. They show a 16-year-old girl's panty.
Oh, and the skirt.
They do in Car Ranger as well.
I was also
and a 7-year-old girl's panties in Jetman too.
A lot of skirt flipping in Die Ranger because of Kiba, the little brat.
Yeah,
he's a brat.
But I'm looking at the list of Rangers that showed up in the clip shows that they've had. There was only one Red Ranger that showed up in it. He wasn't even the main Red Ranger. No guesses?
I don't. What's the answer?
Time Fire. Time Fire was the only.
Time Fire.
Yeah, Time Fire was the only Red Ranger to show up in the clip. All the rest of them are
I thought we did.
Did
we see Red?
Yeah, I think I see Red.
Jetman.
Jetman.
I remember seeing him in Black Condor.
Okay, so this thing is a liar then.
Because we saw them with Black Condor and stuff, especially.
Okay, so that means this list is lying for the Wikipedia.
Wikipedia has something on there that's not true?
Wikia.
Oh my god!
I am so.
Now look at the Wikia.
I'm sorry.
I am.
I'm sorry.
But there's a whole bunch of villains too, like Black Cross, all those other guys, a whole bunch.
Which he does show up for a second. Black Cross Fuhrer.
And after getting hit in the face by a soccer ball, the monster just kind of goes away or explodes violently.
Why not?
Becomes a pile of goo. Stretches out its tentacle to sap the powers of the Duke Org. Man, what's his name? Jindrax. I know it's Jindrax.
Baiba?
Yeah, Ibaiba and Tetsusu. Drains
God
them.
damn.
Drains them of the power and becomes huge. They summon their Megazord. Then a whole bunch of other Zords show up. More clips! More clips!
Because that's what we all...
Yeah, I mean, they're not bad clips. I mean, you get to see some aerial maneuvers by, I think, Live Man mech part. thing, fly through some building,
Yeah.
some construction site, see them fight back a little bit. You don't get to see full Megazords. You get to see like what the Reds have put in.
Usually the best.
Yeah, like
Out of the group.
yeah, like Gaoranger's Dragon Warrior thing.
What?
Yeah, Gaoranger had the Chinese dragon that would turn into a person.
Yeah. When you said Dragon Warrior, I was thinking the game series Dragon Warrior, not a Dragon Warrior. And I was like, what the fuck? I must have missed something in those 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was also good to see Q-Rex show up, too.
That was pretty cool. I liked how they threw in a couple of the extra words, not just the main red mecha.
Well, technically, Q-Rex is a red mecha.
I mean, I know the extras are red, but they're not main. Yeah, you know, like Tyrannosaurus, Ryuseo. Even though they used the second Zord from Gaoranger, not the
the first one.
It's the second one, not the first one.
The tanky fucker, not the
Beast General version of the ape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not dissing.
No, but yeah. But see, didn't they get that one because the first one got blown the fuck up?
Yeah.
I still have to watch Gaoranger.
It's good.
I've only seen a review of it, so...
I got like 10 episodes in, but that was like 5 years ago when I was borrowing them from you, and channel got back.
I finished it before the DVDs came out, and I really want to buy them.
I'd really just like to buy these to have.
Oh yeah, especially because,
cool.
it's a very fun series. Over the top in some places, and it's like Naruto and spandex.
I mean, there's a guy named Sasuke and a guy named Jiraiya. So, after the Zord fighting and random clip, the main Zord, King Gao, I believe that's how you say it.
Gao King!
Yeah, Gao King shows up with a soul bird installed. I'm not necessarily sure if that was like a secondary cockpit or... I mean, I'm not sure if that was like...
I'm shaking my head because I don't know either.
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I think it's only like Samurai onward that they would be messing with the cockpits of the Megas.
Yeah, that damn samurai. We'll get to it someday.
And that's the first season they changed it.
And then it was always go Power Rangers for the rest.
You know, I've kind of gone off a tangent real fast. I've been watching Dino Charge with my son. That thing has actually grown on me. When they first dropped it, what was it, last year that Dino Charge premiered, or was it year before?
Year before.
I think the year before.
Year before.
Because they do like the whole year thing.
Yeah.
Well, whatever year it dropped, you know, they put the theme out like a month or so before the show came out, and I was just like, garbage. And I don't know, just been watching the DVDs, and I'll be on the computer and I'll hear it. It's grown on me. I don't mind it as much as I used to.
It's not bad. It's the way it's the... Power Rangers, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be caveman chanting.
Don't you
It actually has some build-up.
Yeah, it's a good song. I think I was looking at it through fanboy eyes and being like the power, but I'm changing my...
And trust me, the Ninja Steel one's not any better.
I don't even remember the theme from the episode I watched because I watched the first episode.
And back to the Gaoranger vs Super Sentai. They,
Yeah.
After having a hard time defeating the giant monster, they get assaulted by... They get the clip shoved right into their brain to give them power to shoot their mega beast cannon at the thing, and it blows up, and the day is saved. They've learned history, and...
Well, he does... He actually had a very good plan after that. He absorbed what he gave to the other two bad guys back and basically resurrected, but they just immediately killed him again.
Yeah.
Which, the plan itself was sound. He just, for whatever reason, just started walking away instead of attacking them.
Yeah.
And that was when all the Red Rangers from every series showed up.
Red roll call.
Go
Except for
Red.
Time Fire.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here's a little bit of a thing for me. It was nice to see all these Red Rangers show up all together and stuff, but I honestly do like what we got for our 10th anniversary of Power Rangers, Forever Red. Which
I love that.
Let's just for anybody that actually does remember Forever Red, chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't really have to watch the episode and just say it.
Yeah,
with
we
that. We watched that.
They killed the Beetleborgs.
Yeah, okay. Here's a little bit of history behind that episode. The story behind it is there was this little thing that was supposed to happen between Power Rangers Zeo and Turbo, called Scorpion Rain. It was supposed to have Lord Zed coming back, like he said he was going to at the end of Zeo, with Surf and Terra, and pretty much owning everything with it. And
didn't they... Oh, I'm sorry. I'll wait till you're done. I thought you were done.
And the Rangers were going to use all their powers to drive it back to the moon and have it sit there. But that never came. All the footage was done. All the production for it was done, but they just never filmed. So it's in this Schrodinger's cat of it's there, but not really. It's both dead and alive. Yeah, it's in limbo. It's in script limbo. And the guy who made the episode Forever Red had that as canon. So Scorpion Rain kind of exists, but not really, because it wasn't actually shown on TV.
I think that would fall in like a Doctor Who cotton, where there was a bunch of shit that happened in 1989 and 2005, and it tells you that it happened, but you never.
Yeah,
you're just expected to believe it happened.
Yeah, and that's what pretty much happened.
Which, I mean, it'd be awesome if they made that, because you go into Turbo the Power Rangers, why don't they use the Zeo powers? Why don't they use the Zeo?
Well, I transform and then I...
Well...
Yeah, that was very, very...
Yeah, the reason behind that, apparently, there's a little bit of theory behind that because of the Scorpion Rain production stuff. The Zeo powers were actually fractured, so they can't really fully use them.
I need to go back and read that whole... I remember hearing about that quite a few years ago, but I don't know if I ever read the whole thing or I just kind of got, like... kind of an abridged idea of it.
See, I kind of learned this through Linkar's History of the Power Rangers revamp they did recently with Power Rangers Zeo / Turbo. No, he recently revamped the Turbo section that he did years ago, so he has more information now than when he did then. And that, pretty much what I just said is what he's as best as I could. So yeah, so pretty much Scorpion Rain canon, but not really. And
don't worry, maybe they'll make it to Power Rangers in about a month. That will give us that McDiddle.
Of course, the plan is kind of half Zed. In the Forever Red special, it's kind of a half Zed's plan, half Machine Empire, because that's who those guys were supposed to be. But no, they're just leftover Beetleborg costume they probably never used.
Which, I mean, you gotta give them credit for using stuff that they already had, making a cohesive, entertaining story that even like fans of the show from at that time, way back, could come back and watch, even if you haven't watched the interim for however many years.
Yeah, it was really nice to see 10 Red Rangers right there, even though there was only 9 seasons. What?
No, I think
got 3 of Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, Space, Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue.
Yeah,
that is 10.
Yeah,
but then again, you got like 2 Red Rangers that you don't have accounted for. But luckily, Alien Ranger Red and Time Fire Quantum Ranger filled those spots perfectly.
The only complaint I have about that is the fucking shoehorned in Wild Force motorcycle that there is no way on this fucking planet that would work.
Remember,
you gotta sell those toys.
I don't care if it was powered by the gods or not. It's a motorcycle. I know what you were going to say.
Yeah, a motorcycle that's able to burn rubber in the middle of space.
Yes, in a vacuum with no friction.
Yeah.
Because fuck logic.
Also, there's oxygen on the moon.
Well, the moon does technically have a white atmosphere. So in the continuity of the show, that could be a parallel universe where maybe the atmosphere is thick. Or maybe they made some kind of, like, biodome type. I can believe that more than I can believe the motorcycle.
The morphin grid.
Oh, we could do a whole episode on. I could tie that into Tesla. We could episode itself.
Next time in like a while.
I mean, even though it's a 30-minute episode, it was still pretty good.
It really was.
Yeah, nice choreography. You get to see all these Rangers come back.
And you get to see the Beetleborg suits because why not?
Unused Beetleborgs.
I did like the choreography that you got to see the older Rangers like Jason, the original Mighty Morphin, doing more acrobatic moves like the newer series with like better budget and stuff. They were able to do more. Yeah, it was just cool rather than just seeing him swing his sword.
And I mean, not really much of a nitpick, but the only Ranger that we don't get to see their face behind is Alien Red.
Orico.
Orico? It was Orico?
I'm pretty sure Red was Orico.
So the wiki.
Back to the wiki.
I hope
that's
I'm
right. Like Mighty Morphin Red. I mean, Mighty Morphin 3.
Just Red Alien Ranger.
Akuro.
Orico.
Orico. Yeah. I didn't know how you spelled it.
Aurico.
Yeah. He's played by David Bacon.
David Bacon?
Related to Kevin?
Who knows?
Let's sell some toys,
but anyway, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much our comparison because, well, it's pretty much within the same season. I mean, I think we kind of did that with our Gaoranger / Super Sentai. Gaoranger vs Super Sentai thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, out of the two, I would still rather watch Forever if we're going, because I mean, it is pretty much the same. I'd rather watch Forever Red.
Rather watch the 199 great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's like saying I'd rather watch Gaoranger. Of course, you're gonna want to watch Gaoranger.
It's pirates, yo. Pirates are cool.
Yeah, and we're just going to. And for us Power Ranger fans, they got downgraded to a power up, man. Very unlucky. So is that everything that we could say about Super Sentai, Gaoranger versus Super Sentai / Forever Red?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless anybody else has final thoughts.
I'm good, Decker. You've been kind of quiet. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
He's been a silent protagonist.
Yeah, so this has been Riders of Lost Sword coverage on Gaoranger vs Super Sentai / Power Rangers Wild Force episode. I don't remember. Forever Red.
In the fifth. I know we're in the fifth.
I was actually talking about the Wild Force episode where Forever Red shows. I'd say I want to say that's like episode 30, and you're looking it up.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to hook us up on Facebook through our writers page and Super Sentai fan page. We got
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We have a Patreon now, and
also look us up on Discord. I probably going to put that in the descriptions too.
We sometimes share porn. Enjoy.
I would also like to give thanks to Scrabble, who made our very nice banner for our YouTube page. I wish I could put up better, but YouTube is a total fuck on user side. Took me 2 hours to get it like that.
I'm gonna put real claps in there. I'm just doing that to fill space.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you guys next time when we review Kamen Rider Z Cross the Moon, another clip show.
Really?
Yeah.
So even Kamen Rider cannot skip a clip show.
Well,
Then again,
it's
I saw
not
Kuga.
entirely a clip show. It's like part of it's a clip show. It's just basically explaining who the original 8 writers were, 10 writers.
That's right.
Yeah, so good night, everyone. Fight on, fight well. An onion's just an onion. And
Don't break your poop clocks, and don't break the mouth part.